April 4th, 2023. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. What are we going to talk about today? Well, let's talk about survival. Let's talk about if we did lose all the power grid and stuff. And what kind of people would you want to be around? And then if you were looking actually to date somebody, what kind of person would that be? And that's kind of what I was thinking about today. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit. And you would want somebody that kept their word, that didn't lie to you. That's important to me. And especially I'm a Sagittarius too, so I'm a firm believer in telling the truth on stuff. So, you know how that goes. But what makes a woman attractive? Well, I like when it's halfway healthy, halfway physically fit. One that could get out there and walk 4 miles a day at least and not have to stop. I was at the zoo today and doing some more videos. A couple, 3 things happened, and I just, some of the stuff that I see just unimaginable. There was a couple ladies who went past me, and they were probably, I don't know, I'm just guessing about 16 years old. And they had just made it down to like the Africa section. And they were complaining about their knees hurting and aching. And I just think, well, how could that new generation ever, how are they even going to make it? How are they going to survive? I mean, they can't even, lots of them can't even make it walk through the zoo. I enjoy going to the zoo because I like to get exercise. I go there to film the animals. I enjoy making the videos for you guys out there. But I also enjoy walking and getting that exercise in. And I just can't imagine, being 16 years old and not being able to walk at the zoo and your legs hurting or your back hurting or something like that. That's just unbelievable. But like I say, I was thinking about on the deal about dating and stuff here, and I had got down over here by kind of like over by where the cheetah and the warthog is over there, that section over there, had a garter snake slither out across the way on the walkway in front of me. And there was this one lady that was behind me. I don't know exactly. I mean, she looked fairly young, maybe about 30. She looked like she had a little kid with her in a stroller. But she spoke, and she speaks of the snake. And I'm going to play this video. And what caught my eye and ear about this was, it takes a person like this, if you're going to try to survive through a harsh situation, an apocalyptic situation, you need those kind of people. These people that, in the sense that think if they're all grouped together, now there's nothing wrong being in a group, but the groups here in Kansas City are based upon them, all of them being together. See, I have a problem with this because I'm more of kind of like, if you think about, I do have Irish, I do have English in me, I do have Cherokee in me. And, they would send like scouts out. Think of it kind of like even like a Texas Ranger. Texas Ranger would go anywhere. Texas Ranger, if he was hunting down the bad guys, he'd go anywhere, no matter what, and get them. But you also, a scout, if you had to go from point A to point B, say it was 200 miles. If you took these groups here, we'll just say here in Kansas City, and you took each one individual in these groups and said, okay, I need you to start now. I need you to go down to, say, Branson or Osage Beach. You have to get down there to this one location to get at this one building. We'll just say we can say get this one computer. We'll just say it's a computer that they need, a certain computer, okay? And you'll have to do it by yourself. Well, see, that becomes a big problem because all these people rely on everything, a group. Are they going to be able to do that 200 miles by themselves? Are they going to be able to do that recon? I don't know. I have my big doubts about that. Because if they can't stand most of the time by themselves, how are they going to do it? I think it's it's going to be a big catastrophe because I just don't think that they're thinking the right perspective. It makes me think about other things that's happened over my lifetime too. That me and my friend, I told you I have a good black friend out there in Arizona that me and him went all the way through school with. This is before we could drive cars. We were riding our bicycles and we were over here on one of these back streets and we were moving on our bicycles, pretty good clip. And I hit some gravel going across this one street and I slid across, I fell. And I landed on my knee here and pretty much it ripped my whole jeans and my knee looked like hamburger. So me and my friend, we walked back here. I made it back here by myself, but he was with me. And I put my leg up in the other part of the other chair and I had pieces of gravel about that big in my knee. So I went and got a pair of tweezers and I pulled all those pieces of rock out of my knee. And after I got all the rocks, all the pieces out and everything, I bandaged it up. And later on, when my father got here after work, he took me to the doctor. And the doctor looked at it and he went through all it looked like hamburger. And he couldn't find no rocks. He said, you did a good job. He said, all the rocks are gone. And he just kind of bandaged it up, cleaned it up. How many of those people can do that? Now, see, this is the thing that gets to me. How many? I mean, it's kind of like if you think about that. What was that one movie with Arnold? Predator, like where the alien, and remember they got to it, and it had like a surgical kit, and it was performing surgery on itself and stuff. Can these people do that? Can they make it? I don't think so. I don't think a lot of them can do it, guys. But getting back to Dayton here, this lady, she spoke to me and spoke, but what I thought was appealing about it was she didn't get scared by the garter snake. She didn't scream, she didn't yell, and I was thinking, well, that's the kind of person it's going to take. It's going to take that kind of a person that, they got to have that kind of spark and spirit inside of them. And that's also what I look for when I'm looking for somebody to go out and find, maybe to date. And that's hard to find. That's very hard to find. But I'm going to show this real quick. And then I got something else I'm going to try here. I bought 4 tickets up at Ameristar for an event, for like a rock and roll event. And like I say, I'm looking to go out and date, and so is my son. We're both adults. We're both past 21 years of age. And we're looking for 2 ladies about 35 years of age that would just like to go out and listen to some music, go do some events and stuff. Worlds of Fun, something like that. But they got to be healthy. They got to be, fairly active. No drugs. Would like to at least make sure they at least have graduated from high school. So that means they, went to the 12th grade, graduated. And I bring this up because I've come across some other problems lately, and we'll talk about that in a later video. You don't want to know. But unreal. on some of the other things. So I'm going to put out my email. It's eyes open at 3 a.m. at gmail.com. It's eyes open 3 a.m. at gmail.com. So if any ladies would like to go to this event that's going to be coming up, and I'll check in a minute the date that this is supposed to happen. I would like to get together with the two ladies first, me and my son, maybe just for lunch or something somewhere, just to see, if they're halfway, friendly. Yeah, some of these things. But anyway, I thought this was really something. And I just thought, there's just not too many people out there that, can stand and it don't bother them and they go on. I mean, it's like you got to be able to roll with those punches. And like I say, you definitely do. Especially if you were in a survival situation. Because all these groups that think that they're, based upon that they're going to survive just because they're in a group. Or because if they're a certain age, that's not going to get it, guys. Like I say, there's lots of problems with all this. And even the very young ones, the immunity, their immune systems, a lot of these immune systems have been compromised. Even my son, basically, he had all his shots. And way back, this was when he was still in kind of like a middle school. He caught the measles, and he'd had all his vaccinations and everything. And I thought, that was something that was brought up. And we even went back and checked to see if that batch that he had from that. And the only thing that they said is basically that the newer generations, the drugs, basically the vaccines that they had were not working, or their immune system. They had a couple ideas on this. They think that the immune system of the newer generations basically are weaker. So when you get all these young ones, real young ones out here that think that they're just it, that's not it. Now my son, we keep in communication about everything, and we, and all this stuff. And he made it through it fine and stuff, but I would have never thought my son here in the United States would ever have got like that, like the measles there. And then if you think about everything that's happened in the last few years with all these people that have come into the United States, oh my God, can you think of all the diseases from all the different countries where they did not vaccinate their people, or they couldn't vaccinate their people? Just something else to think about, guys. So hold on just a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. There's that snake. I'm going to play this in a second so you can hear it actual. But this is, I put it on my other phone here, so listen to this.
Got more than bargained for today. That's pretty cool.
And I thought that was pretty cool. Because she was in good spirits, said, got more than we bargained for today. And I said, pretty cool. So, interesting, guys. But you have to have that kind of attitude. So, hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. And like I say, we're looking for two ladies about 35 years of age that just wants to go out and listen to some rock and roll. This will be that Goldilocks band. It's going to be up there at Ameristar. It's supposed to be on May 20th is when this event's going to be. But like I say, I would like to try to get together, if there's anybody out there that would like to get together, in the age between about 35 years of age, two ladies. And somebody that's halfway physically fit, just for conversation, just to have a good time. And like I say, my email is eyesopen3am@gmail.com. But looking for people that are positive, just like that lady there. Somebody it's all the good ones always seem to be taken. But anyway, you just can't, you get enough of that good positive attitude. I mean, I try to stay positive every day. I mean, nobody can be 100% positive in a good mood all the time, but it's nice to have that 80% of the time if you can get it. Anyway, guys, keep your eyes open. And if you get a chance, like I say, not affiliated with any other YouTube channel, check out Suspicious Observer. He's got a deal there, like I say, that he posted early this morning on that. Basically, they believe it was like a flat, like supernova. It was a fell supernova. And it was the size of our solar system. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, keep your eyes open and have a good one out there.